Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I know that for myself, for someone who doesn't normally watch the news, or doesn't watch the news really, not normally, but you still get stuff. Anything that's important, you definitely get information on. And as the days go by and go on further with COVID-19 virus, it seems like a lot of fear has been integrated into our society, into the world, really. And even sources that I really respect and love are warning against, social activities and really doing kind of a cleanse of what we're doing and to plan on having a lot less activity outside. So I'm hoping that we as a human race can weather this storm and really be able to hold each other in this space and in this place of uncertainty and confusion and a lot going on. So day 20, I wanted to talk about questioning things, and in part it is because of what's been happening around the COVID stuff for me. And as I look back over the videos that I've done over the last couple weeks, it makes sense in all of these areas. This is kind of what I've been saying, ask yourselves how to expand your boundaries, how to expand your consciousness, how to look at things in different ways. How do you look at your time in nature? How do you look at the things that you put in your body? How do you make a sacred space? How do you greet other people? How do you treat other people? How do you treat yourself? I think all of these questions are really, really important for us in expanding our consciousness. And especially when we have something like the coronavirus that has been, named as a pandemic, and the systems that are currently in place that are and have been already stressed and not working properly in a lot of ways for the majority of the population, or much of the population in our world, that questioning and being able to see things from a larger and more conscious perspective is really important. So, what questions can you ask yourself? When I get into fear, what are ways that I can bring myself out of that, or see things from a different perspective? Is that talking to someone? Is that doing research? Is that looking at different schools of thought? Is that praying, spending time with my spiritual family, whether that's in church or through social networks? Spiritual to me definitely isn't religious per se. It's my connection to source, my connection to the universe, my connection to what all that is. And how can I help other people, or how can we help other people that are in need in different ways than I am, that we are. How can I protect myself? How can I protect my family? Do I need to protect myself? Do I need to protect my family? And what is meditation? What is yoga? What are spiritual practices that I can integrate into my life to reduce my stress and to still live a full life? Do I want to spend more time in nature? Can I spend more time in nature? How do those things make me feel? Those types of things. So I know those are kind of like, just listing off question after question. I think some of those, for sure, for any of us, would be questions that would be viable questions to ask all the time in our lives. What am I doing? Is what I'm doing making me happy? I was listening to a master class for Astrology Hub today, and our monthly astrologer, he talks about plants with astrology, mixing herbs and natural plants and food with astrology and how it affects things, and asking ourselves, does this activity bring me joy, or does it bring an unnecessary sense of hardship or struggle? And really, when we check in, if we can kind of take the outside world away and go in meditation or silence, we can much more effectively be able to listen to our own inner voice and what our own connection to Source is telling us and wanting us to do. And then being able to act on it, being able to really say, okay, this is what I'm currently doing, and these are the changes that I need to make my life more optimal and to bring me more happiness and joy and pleasure. And realistically, and to help others as well. I know there's a lot of talk about, really staying in smaller social circles, or just having as little contact with the outside world. I know here, where I am in Northern California, I went to an employment office yesterday because I'm looking for work, and a lot of the businesses that they work with and have been closing down. Somebody gets ill and they want to make sure that they're taking precautionary measures. So the impact of how we react to things and how we do things can have far-reaching, very, very far-reaching, what's the word I'm looking for? Implications that happen. Impact, very, far-reaching impact. So it's important for us to slow down right now and to take into consideration the information we've been given. And for me, some of this is very hard because I feel like a lot of this is fear-mongering and trying to put fear into us as a society, and then balancing that with care and concern and doing the right thing to make sure that we're all staying healthy and thriving. And of course, whenever we go through big changes as a whole, it brings you closer together. Hopefully, it will bring us closer together. Usually in times of trauma and tragedy, people are brought closer together. And I definitely think as a world, we need to be brought closer together, not further apart. There are so many of us that are lonely and struggle with day-to-day challenges and issues, health issues or mental issues, relational issues, that type of thing, that really being able to take care of each other and huddle around each other in ways that we can, whether that be via social media or online services or in person as well, being able to build up our network of people around us that we can receive help from. So I'm sending love and blessings and healing to our entire planet, and hope that we really are able to come together in ways that make us stronger as humankind, and realize that we all affect each other on very, very infinite levels. Okay, so much love, health, and peace, and happiness to everyone. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow.